Yes, yes. Let me see if it did it again. Because sometimes when I put on my music and the claps, it does a muffle thing and then it comes back in right. So hopefully it did it right. But if not, people, you just gotta deal with that. I gotta figure out how to fix that though, because I cannot let that happen. We have a good one today. Hot Facts with Robert Reese live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. It could go a little further if it gets a little hotter though, and it has been getting a little hotter. You see that title up there. That is right. Whenever some gig news pops on in, I go over what we got to go ahead and talk about there. So I also have some news. Also, we're gonna go over an article. Rideshare Rodeo sent me an article, and he said it's good. This article would be good to get out there for everyone. So we will be going over that article. You also see the Levi thing up there. People, you see the Levi thing up there, and it says Levi wants to fight me with a question mark. Now, people, obviously, no one is face to face, so obviously, no one is trying to fight anyone. When I mean fighting people, I'm talking about we are on a camera, we do a certain thing. So a fight is two people going back and forth. Okay, so that's what I mean. Levi wants to fight me. So there's no fighting or anyone talking about any type of violence or anything else like that. That is definitely not what it is. But I will tell you this. There was someone that went on one of his comments yesterday, and he said, have you seen he said, did you see Robert Reese? He's taking shots at you. And Levi said, I noticed that I was deciding on if I should take shots back. So I made a comment on that comment, and I said I was not taking shots at him. People, I report gig news. I did not bring up anything that was not out there. I simply said, and the title is Levi is confused. He's lost in space. Let's bring him back. Now, what does lost in space mean? Okay, if you don't know where you stand, you're in the middle, you are lost. He is lost in space. This gentleman said that ratings don't matter and all this other stuff, and he laughed. So I showed a video that showed him saying and asking, is whatever is happening, is it going to mess up my metrics? Your metrics are your ratings. Your metrics are your ratings. So I did not bring up anything that was, like, I didn't bring up anything. I'm just saying he's lost and lost in space. So because I showed the video of him asking about his metrics and him saying that metrics don't matter, he is upset. He is upset because I put that clip up there. But all I am trying to do, Levi, is show people that ratings do matter because you asked about the ratings. So Levi, after the comment, and I said that, Levi told me, okay, Levi told me, he said, keep my name off of your channel. I said, and I told him, I report gig news. I said, this is gig news. I said, if you don't want me to report this, then don't say something. Don't say two things that contradict each other. So I said, I'm going to address this. Then after that, he told me that I'm warning you, if you take shots, I'm going to take shots back. Okay. So he told me that he's going to take shots back. So this is what I'm just setting the table right now. I did Levi's interview when he had maybe like 69 subscribers or something else like that. If anyone wants to see what type of good guy he is, check out his interview. I did that for him so people can actually know who he is to get him out there. I have never done nothing wrong to this dude. He's hanging out with the other crowd and he's falling into the reindeer games. I just pointed out that he said two things that contradict each other. He's asking the person that matters, is it going to affect his ratings? And then he's saying that the ratings don't matter. Okay, so that's just pointing that out. He gets mad about that and thinks that I'm taking shots and all this other stuff. I'm not talking about, it's not taking shots. So if he's going to take shots at me, he's going to have to make something up. Okay, because I'm not making up anything. He has to make up something. And I'm just saying, you have to know, you have to, if you're speaking one thing, you can't be trying to figure out this and that. Your matrix don't even matter. You shouldn't even be asking about them. You should just be like, oh, well, so they don't even matter. But don't get mad because See, when most people get into this thing and they think, well, I'm a content creator and then that's it. I'm on YouTube, I can hide. No, from the get-go, people, I report the gig news. UDM and all got mad when I did the when Pedro did the rant on UDM and I broke down both sides. When Bud Soda wanted to try to do the 100K, when I break down the gig news. If you don't want to be in the gig news and put things out there so that we can report on a gig news, you're trying to do $5,000 challenges like Nova Dasher. So you're trying to put up big numbers. So you are saying, watch me. So we are watching you. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm the person that does the news. So if you want to take your shots, Levi, I'm telling you, go load up with all your ammunition. Go load up with all your ammunition, all you want, because as of right now, you're just going to come with some drama. I just pointed out a fact. You're going to try to throw shots to create something for yourself. So that's all it is. That's all it is. Just do that and wear a seatbelt was the message yesterday. So wear a seatbelt. Wear a seatbelt was the message yesterday. So that's all I'm saying. Like, because what I'm doing is, if you're gonna be out there telling people that things don't matter, you can't have a video of yourself up there asking the representative if it's gonna mess up my metrics. And if I'm gonna get 3 drops on this, there is something you cannot do. He has the video up there, so he said he's gonna throw shots. So I'm saying, you know what, Levi, if you're gonna throw shots, I'm just letting you know I'm pretty much not gonna waste my time because I didn't make up anything. I just had to put that out there. So when they see you throwing your whatever shots you got, I'm just gonna be deflecting those like with Pootie Tang in his belt. I'm gonna just be hitting them things back. I'm not even worried about those. It does not matter.
I just wanted to jump in and comment on that real quick.
Yeah.
If you really got to ask if your ratings matter, yeah, what the fuck are you even doing it for? It tells you in the app that you got to keep certain ratings or they will deactivate you. So why are you even having to ask that fucking question? Like, for real? It tells you in your app. Look at your app. It doesn't say you below 80% acceptance or rate. Guess what? You get deactivated. If you get 4.2, you get deactivated. What the fuck? Why would you even ask that if your ratings matter? That's like, oh my God, that's like having to ask your girl, did I stick it in yet? Like, come on. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's stupid shit. Like, and throw shots, please. Please give us some more. We got so much drama going on right now. These are the days of gig lives right now. This show, so much shit going on right now. It's fucking hilarious, bro. I'm just sitting back chilling, bro. Love it.
I know you're enjoying this, man. This is hilarious. I don't even know what shot to throw at him because I never even had no beef with him. I was just pointing out, man, you can't be saying something and you did them both on video. Like, that's like, come on now. That's like, yeah, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't do it. So.
You can't sit there and ask a question, does ratings matter? Of course it matters. Ask anybody that's been deactivated. Come on, man. That's like gig work 101. Does my ratings matter? Well, like, what the fuck? Like, why would you even ask something like that? Like, come on. Like, and if you think like that and you talk like that and do videos like that and you want to throw shots, don't, because you're gonna get blown out the water. Wear your seatbelt, like I said yesterday. Be more careful with that. Maybe not wearing that seatbelt, he bumped his head and forgot ratings matter. I don't fucking know, but it is what it is. But yeah, to even ask that makes me fucking laugh because I'm like, it says right in your app what you got to do for your ratings. So I don't.
Man, yeah, they tell you these things, and if you, like you said, if you got to ask the questions over what they tell you, you shouldn't be getting mad at that. You can't be getting mad at that at all. So I'm leaving that. I'm leaving that alone right there. I'm not even going into that. But I got something for you, Roy. Check out this 74-year-old man getting robbed. Now,
Motherfucker.
Check that out, man. 74 years old, just going to take out the trash, and they get him. Crack the rib.
That's weak, dude. That's some sorry motherfuckers right there. How you gonna attack an old man? Like, really? You some weak motherfuckers, man. That's just preying on weak people. That just shows you how weak they are. They're gonna end up being somebody's bitch in jail when they get caught. So that's just how weak motherfuckers are. You know.
Yeah, that right there, that had me going right there. I was like, wow, like, cause just watching the old lady the other day, and I was like, well, that, there was all type of things that could have had that one go. And then, we get this the very next day, dude is 1 year older, and they just don't care. They just don't care about these people at all. Check this out. I got another one for you.
Restaurant. You've heard that before, haven't you? It turned into a police chase. Food restaurant. You've heard that before, haven't you? It turned into a police chase and a customer being tased.
Fox 5's Denise Dillon tells us at the time the customer was out on bond on murder charges.
That's right. He was out on bond for the murder of a woman in Fulton County. Yet when he claimed his French fries were cold and got into an argument with the owner of this McDonald's, police say he didn't think twice about calling 911.
I try to fry the fries. They're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Kennesaw police say that's what started an argument between this man, Antoine Sims, and the owner of this McDonald's.
Next thing you know, these owners drinking me.
The officer spoke with the owner, who said he was causing a scene, he was cursing at him, he threw a drink, and he wanted him to leave and to be issued a criminal trespass warning.
It's a simple form that says, hey, just don't come back to this McDonald's.
When officers put Sims' name into the computer, they learned he'd been in jail before.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
Sims was charged in the murder of a woman in Johns Creek in 2018. Her body was found inside a burning car. He ran from police then and was later captured by U.S. Marshals in Wisconsin. He was currently out on bond, but had a warrant out of Fulton County for failure to appear.
Come over here, I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
When police tried to give Sims the warning, he took off running.
As soon as he runs away, the other officers begin to chase after him.
They caught up with him in an apartment complex.
An officer gives chase for a few seconds and tases him in the back, where it hits his back and his leg, and he immediately goes to the ground.
Taser deployed! Taser deployed! Put your hands out! Put your hands out! Hands out!
After complaining about his cold fries, this man, who already had murder charges against him, is now headed back to jail.
It's very unusual that someone, knowing that he is wanted by the police, would call the police. But Mr. Sims did that.
Sims is currently in the Cobb County Jail looking at charges of obstruction and other charges. He'll then be sent to the Fulton County Jail. In Kennesaw, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
Shouldn't be even out. He shouldn't even be out of jail. He's got a murder charge on him, dude. Like, why is he even out of jail? Like this is the justice system doing their great shit. Man, come on, bro. He was screaming like a bitch though when he got tased.
Yeah, the fun, but why would you call the police if you already have that stuff going on?
Right. Well, we all know criminals aren't the smartest motherfuckers, or they wouldn't be sitting in prison. But my thing is, why is he even out with the murder charge? Why is he even out? What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, he's and they found a body in a burning car and all this other stuff. You should be in jail. They let him out, and he had a warrant for something else though, and so he got took in for that. But the whole thing was about the fries were lukewarm.
I know, over some stupid ass French fries, bro. Like,
last time I thought, last what I knew, if you know you on the run, you take what you get.
Exactly. Over some fucking French fries.
Some French fries, man.
Well, that one guy killed somebody over there. French fries.
Man, that is nuts. Now I'm gonna do this. Rideshare Rodeo wanted me to go over this. I guess it's some new piece of information that we should be looking at, and I wanna see what it's about. He says something about the downfall of the gig economy. So I'm going to share this screen really quick so we can see what this thing is all about. Let me see. And it should be this one. Okay, now let me go share the other screen because that was weird. Okay, here we go. So this thing says, what does it say? All right. Millions of DoorDash customers hit with regulatory response fees after new laws totally backfire. Congratulations, the government helped so much that ordering your dinner now costs 10% more. They have to pay extra in California, an extra service fee. So they already do that here. So this is going to be something for the rest of the people. Says, let me see. Your wallet may take an extra hit next time you order dinner via popular food delivery app DoorDash, courtesy of your helpful local government officials. That is, if you live in the St. Louis, Chicago, Seattle, or one of the 57 localities where DoorDash customers just got hit with a $1 to $2.50 regulatory response fee on every order. How did this stomach ache come to pass? Well, they have that. See, this is what I'm saying here. We have an extra delivery fee for the delivery drivers here. That's what Prop 22 does. That ensures some things for the drivers. It says a new food delivery business model. Well, at the beginning of the pandemic, food delivery apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Postmates saw an explosion in customers, but like the burgering digital services were growing before the outbreak of COVID-19 by offering a new business model connecting restaurants with third-party delivery drivers and customers who want food delivered. Of course, restaurants didn't and don't have to participate, but they can hire their own delivery drivers and operate under the traditional delivery business model, as many small shops still do. However, restaurants that participated saved money because they didn't have to hire full-time drivers on their staff. And they also reached tons of new customers who found them through DoorDash and other digital portals. To make its share of the money for the services provided, DoorDash changed the restaurant fees on orders. Of course, these fees are necessarily less expensive than hiring drivers yourselves. Or no restaurants would choose to participate. Still, restaurant owners weren't happy to suddenly have to have the majority of their businesses funneled through a fee-based system. Instead of negotiating with DoorDash or coming up with different model, they lobbied local governments to impose legal caps below the market rate on the fees the food delivery companies could charge. Okay. Let me see. Government regulators get involved with rising. Let me see. Okay, I want to see. Okay, they pushed it. Let me see the problems. Okay, the problem with the government picking winners and losers. Says the dysfunctional unintended result of regulating DoorDash is just one example of a much broader phenomenon. When government bureaucrats meddle in the market to pick winners and losers, the real loser is usually you, the consumer. In a competitive free market, businesses can only earn more profits by better serving more customers' needs. All right, so we know that. It says when crony regulations are passed through benefiting businesses can get the arbitrary windfalls at their competitors and customers' expense. Okay, that's why they have this thing with the prices being different on the app and then or like when you go to the regular place. But everyone should know that there's going to be an up on the price if you order on the app. Even the people that order their food and pick up in the place, they're paying that higher price for the food. They don't care about that. If their service was done right, they will let the driver go ahead and bring them.
Well, the customers can blame their restaurants for that, because if I remember correctly, I saw many news things where it was the restaurants that were complaining they're having to pay higher fees to DoorDash, and they weren't making as much money because a lot of the fees was going to DoorDash. So a lot of them put caps on what DoorDash could charge the restaurant. So the restaurant is killing their own customers with that shit. So
Yeah, they are doing it. They're killing their own seat, and that's crazy. They can. It's funny how it works, Roy. You can kill. Some customers really want the delivery thing, right? Like they don't even want to go anywhere at all. So it's it's weird because sometimes they're not even losing a customer still.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not even losing a customer. So,
Well,
but
it
when
just
they
goes
do it
down.
online, it's like they're getting paid the same because even though it like when they do it online, they the platform that they're using is getting their percentage too. So it's still like they're getting paid the same, like it's the same.
Yeah, it's like I swear to God, dude. In the gig world, drivers, restaurants, they are the worst, their own worst enemies, bro. They do this shit to themselves. The restaurants are complaining they're not getting paid enough because they got to give it to DoorDash. So the city caps it. Now the customer's having to pay an extra $1.50. Drivers, they whine and bitch. I'm not making enough. I'm not making enough. So legislation's passed to say you have to be paid a certain amount, which ends up hurting the drivers and other drivers. It's like gig world is their own worst enemy. It's like they want their cake and eat it too, and they're not willing. I don't, man. It's ridiculous to me, man. It's like you drivers are your reason. Your own shit's fucked up. It's because of you drivers. Your restaurants are fucked up because of what the restaurants want to complain about. So it's like nobody's happy with just doing what they're doing. And first of all, the government shouldn't even be in my business. The government shouldn't be in nobody's business. But that's Democrats for you. But yeah, the government shouldn't even be in your business. If I want to charge 25% to the restaurant because I'm providing them with the service, the city or state shouldn't say shit about it. It's none of their business how I run my business.
Right.
And so that's the fucking problem. Gig world are their own worst enemies, bro. They're their own worst enemies.
Now check this out. These states that they said that are having the extra fee, you notice they left California out because we already have it. But some of those other states already they're already in the transition, or they are in the paying those drivers hourly. The states that they just put in there, they're already doing the hourly thing. So what these people don't realize is that they took from California people and they see that it works here, that it does not, people are still going to order. Now, if they can get people to pay another fee that's going to ensure the drivers can actually be a little bit better, why are you fighting against that? It's not going to make the customer order less because it has not stopped the ordering here. And in most cases, people they order more. Like, that's just what it is. So they're doing these things in the states that have super metro areas. They're going to do some studies there. They're going to get that in, and they're going to see that it works. And chances are that's where the government is going to get involved, to where, okay, we're going to roll this hourly thing out because we see that each customer probably orders 2 or 3 times a day. If they're at work and get it ordered, then they get home and get something ordered, they're going to order 2-3 times a day if they're really a person that likes the apps. So they put all those charges in, and then they do the math, and then they figure out, oh, wow, we can guarantee this for the drivers here. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. And they're trying to do it just so, we don't have a lot of people complaining out there. Now, if you don't want to drive, they're saying don't drive. They're saying don't drive if you don't want to drive. It's up. It's up to you.
Yeah. Sooner or later, bro, these gig workers are just going to work their way into being an employee. That's all they're fucking doing, bro. They're just working their way into being employees. Because they want all the benefits of an employee, but they don't want to be an employee. But you want all the benefits of an employee. That's all they're doing. They're just going to turn it into, they're probably going to turn it in just like California, or it's going to get to the point where you're going to be offered the state's minimum wage to work on the app. And if you don't like it, you either do it or you don't. And trust me, DoorDash has got plenty of motherfuckers out there willing to jump on that app for whatever state minimum wage is, because they don't want to be stuck in some shitty ass fucking wherever they're working, McDonald's or whatever. So they're never going to run. See, that's what people don't understand. You're never going to run out of the gene pool of gig workers. You got millions of people coming here. You got millions of people that are willing to do it for the basic ass minimum. And that's why they all bitch about the top dasher. Why are people taking $3 rides? Because they don't give a fuck. They got a part-time job or they got a full-time job. They don't give a fuck about the $3 orders. They'll take them because it's just extra money to them. They don't give a shit. So that's what's going to end up happening. They're just going to work their way either into the full employment situation, which they ain't going to like, because they won't be able to dictate where they can or can't go and all that shit. And that's all it's going to boil down to sooner or later. That's what I see happening. Or like you said, it's going to be like the whole California situation, and it is what it is. But this whole idea that these gig workers keep fighting for more and more, trust me, the gene pool when it comes to gig work, there's tons of motherfuckers out there willing to do it, and they'll do it for a lot cheaper. And these companies will figure it out. That's why they do the $3, $4 orders. So they know people are out there taking them. Plain and simple. They know that people are out there taking them. So I would say if you're a gig worker, quit bitching and suck it up. Don't take $3, $4 orders. Don't take them if you don't want, but quit bitching about people taking them, because you're going to end up, you're the ones causing this fucking issue, So
and that I've had a few people now have sent me a message. I'm gonna read one here. This is from Tim L. Tim L says, you have a Discord. This is like the 10th time someone has asked me, do I have a Discord? People on the Discord, people pay. So I said I don't have one yet, but one will be coming, in the future. He said, after listening, not just hearing, to Sin City deliveries, I'm all about DD, UE, and Grubhub cherry picking. This video is great. Now, I had a video that I put up about a month ago, and he watched that video. And in that video, I'm showing people how I'm taking all the orders, and I'm good with the merchants and all of the clips that I show. All of the orders are there. You see the totals, and I get up there. It actually being like an hour and 15 minutes or so. And it was like $50. So that was there. I did that. He watched that. And the video that I just did right now that I just dropped, people, I just accepted every single order again. I got $33 for the first hour and 15 minutes. Okay. I got $33 for the first hour and 15 minutes there. And I put all of the trips there, every trip, people. So at the total, when I had to leave to get back here, $51. Okay, $51 for 1 hour of 48 minutes of active time. Okay, and I drove a total of 17.5 miles. $51 for 17.5 miles. All those orders were pretty much 1 mile orders, except for one or two. And so I was driving the orders that you guys don't take. You guys say I'm not taking those. I was dropping them off 1 mile here, 1 mile there, and you guys would be like, man, like, why would you take those? Well, in an hour and 48 minutes there, I got $51, which means that if I wanted to stay there for another in my hotspot 10 minutes or so, I would have got at least one more order, and that would have put me at least close to $60, which puts you at $30 an hour. My acceptance rating was high, and if you watch the video, you see how the merchants are treating me. They're giving me fist pumps and all that stuff. That ensures me that I'm going to be priority with these merchants because they have the tablets. I have established that. Then the customers that I go to, I establish a good rapport with them. They give me a thumbs up there. So I am ensuring myself more money by doing all of that. That's the part of the whole service thing that you guys are not understanding. You put yourself in a position with your service so that the merchants can go ahead and send you places. That's guaranteed money, and you'll be going more often to people that you normally go to all the time. So you won't be going to random houses and you thinking that you're getting junked all the time. You're gonna know.
Yeah. That's the thing with $3.50, $4 orders. I've done them, and usually it's a half a mile away from the restaurant. That's easy money. That's easy money. You're talking $3 a mile. All these people are bitching. I want $2 a mile. I want $1.50 a mile. Bitch, I'm getting $3 a mile because I just took an order. And it depends on you. Let's be honest. It depends on the restaurant. If you're in a good area, and you know these restaurants have their shit on point, you're not waiting around to take a $3 or $4 order only a mile away. It is fucking, that's prime money right there. And everybody has this idea that $4 orders nobody ever tips on. I find that hard to believe because I've took $4 orders. I don't take a lot of them unless they're really low mileage like that. They do tip in cash. So some people don't like tipping on the app. They'll tip in cash. And I drove up. I did one, and the lady threw me a $10 bill in cash on top of what I made the $3.50. I think the order was. So that's another thing. You know, you're possibly passing up cash tips, and you're possibly passing up tips in the app as well, because just because it says $3.50 doesn't mean it automatically don't have a tip. That's bullshit. Yeah. And because I've done $3.50 orders that end up being $5-6 orders because they do have a tip on them. So, yeah. You know, it's like at the end of the day, just do what you want to do, and just be happy with it. Quit bitching, quit following other people's advice. Do what works best for you. You know, if you can take up to $4 orders, that's $16 an hour. Or you can sit on your ass for an hour and make $16 off of one order. What's the difference?
Right. Now check this out.
You're probably still, for the $16 order, you're still probably going to drive the same mileage that you did for your $1 mile order. You're probably going to drive the same fucking mileage. So you're not really using your car more than you would if you took $4 1 mile orders than if you took a $16 order and you had to drive 6 or 7 miles. There's no fucking difference.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
and then
all right, well I'm gonna hop on later. I gotta get going to work. So
it's Roy's time. Yeah, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
All right, cool. Bye.
Now, people, that was Roy. That was Roy right there. But here's what a lot of people don't understand. There's a difference in orders also. You have to not look at the number and look at why are they sending me this. All right, you gotta, you think about that. Why are they sending me this? It's my turn in the order. Why am I getting this? Okay, so check this out. There could be a $3 order, and someone could be ordering from PF Chang's or the Cheesecake Factory. $3 order, right? Someone could be ordering something from the Rocket, the little gas station. The little gas station, you're going to be picking up like you're going to be picking up like a couple water bottles or something else like that. But that $3 PF Chang, you already know that $3 PF Chang. If they have 4 entrees right there, you already know the math right there. I'm taking that PF Chang's. It's $3, but I guarantee that PF Chang's is going to leave you with a lump sum of something nice. I guarantee. So I'm not going to turn that down. I am not going to turn that down because there is. And this is where when you get like an order that's cheap like that from like a restaurant like the Cheesecake Factory or like a PF Chang's or anything else like that, that there is a high chance of something extra coming, which means that your customer service and your business, depending on how great that is right there, that's how you're going to get a little bit more extra on top of what they are already going to do. The customer does not know that because they live 2 miles away from the restaurant, it shows up as this on the driver's side. The customer has no idea about that. All the customer knows is what they are paying on the app. They don't need to know any of that. And now here's why it's so great. The app doesn't want the driver to know like all of that, because then the driver is going to start just like trying to randomly pick these weird orders. No, they put you in a system to where you'll get quality people, and quality people means quality income. Okay, that's what that means there. What's up? What's up, Rev? You just muted yourself, Rev. There you go.
Yeah, I'm back on. How's it going, Reese?
I'm doing all right.
That's all right. That's good. And I want to sprinkle a little sauce on what you're talking about. See, everybody had been spoiled to the pandemic last year, how they was making the money, how they could, what they call, manipulate the system on gaming the system on how they can make all that money. Now this year they panicking. They're trying to do it by any means necessary. All you have to do is learn how to work within the algorithm and it's going to work out for you. And we done already told you several times, so we're not going to just keep repeating it like a broken record that ratings matter. Now, if you want to be the knucklehead and don't want to realize that's what's happening, that's what's going on, then that's you. Don't bash content creators like Sin City Deliveries, Hot Facts with Robert Reese, and others. You know what I'm saying? You know, as far as, you know, they coming out here trying to attack us, we was already ready for this. That's the reason why I declared war 4 months ago. Already know. And it's going to continue being a battle, ladies and gentlemen. You can't keep bashing customers. Like, you know, if we don't get tips from them, it's a problem. True enough, that's where we make most of our income from. But we had to come up with creative ways on how to get tips, how to get repeated clientele, you see. And if you don't know how to do that, then you still a rookie at this game. And that's not just an opinion, that's a fact. You got all kind of information out here that can help you step your game up. Now, multi-appers, I'm a multi-apper. I multi-app more last year than this year. I made more money with DoorDash this year than last year. Last year, I had to multi-app to make that kind of money. See, you got to be able to shift with the paradigm and be able to change with the paradigm and know how to comprehend what's going on. And if you don't know how to read the algorithm, then that's on you. You know, that means you need to do a little bit more study and step your game up. It's not that simple, ladies and gentlemen. All of this complaining do not solve anything. All it do is cause different rules and different principles and standards. That's what's going to make it harder on the drivers. That's the reason why I'm going to come out with an episode called Are You a Slave to DoorDash? And I'm going to leave it just like that there. But we need to change our mindsets. We need to change the way we think, the way we look at how we handle our business. If you look at it as a side hustle, you're going to have to think different on that as well. If you're planning on making money and maximizing your earnings. People got abused last year. Customers got abused last year. I was a customer year before that. And I can speak as a driver from a customer perspective, as well as I can speak about customers from a driver perspective. That's the reason why we're doing this case study, so I can be able to talk about how it is from cherry pickers side of the platform, as well as talking about top dasher side of the platform. But you got to get out here in these trenches though, and quit sitting behind the desk and not know what's going on. You see, so that's what we do. We get out here in the trenches and we do this evaluation. We do our historical data. A lot of people don't do historical data on their own deliveries. Look at your own pattern. Look at the schedule when it talks about the schedule. Look at weeks, months, days, hours. You see what I'm saying? We're becoming a slave to this gig economy, and we're becoming a slave on making this money the lazy way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to put in work. The way I was raised up, what you put in is what you get out of it. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people just misusing the platforms, being thirsty, being greedy, don't care who they step on, but it's going to affect all of us. That's all I need to say at this moment. And I appreciate Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I appreciate Sin City Deliveries. I appreciate the TMB. I appreciate them. I appreciate all our subscribers. I appreciate all our viewers. But somebody got to educate people on how we need to change our mindsets and quit complaining and try to find problems and identify them problems and bring solution to them problems.
That's it. That's what the whole thing is all about. The practices that you put in, you know, it doesn't matter what it is that you do. If you practice the piano If you half-ass on the piano, when it comes time for that performance, you're not going to be able to hit that Beethoven. It's not going to be right. If you're a drummer, you got to get ready for that solo. You don't put in the time, you ain't going to be able to play those drums. If you sing in a group and you're not practicing it, and you guys got to do harmonies, and you're not practicing, your harmonies are not going to be right. You get out what you put in. It does not matter what you do. So, like when you're picking and choosing continuously, you're going to get every now and then the hitters that you want, because you're picking and choosing. You're not getting, it's like the lottery, people. And I think you guys think that because I have like you guys are using multiple apps or multi-apping at one time and counting the orders that you are getting in total with all the apps combined. You cannot do that, because you can't put different apps together and say that, well, I had 14 orders, but you have them spread out on these other apps. If you break those up into the other apps, in the algorithm to those other apps, you're not even scratching it as far as how you're fitting into what they want you to do for the day. You're not even fitting into that. You know what I mean? So let's say, what I mean by this is, people, let's say if you have 20 orders in the day, okay? Let's say you got 20 orders in. Let's say you primarily do DoorDash. Let's say 12 orders were DoorDash, okay? Let's say you do Grubhub and Uber Eats. Let's say the rest, and some people may have 4. Let's say the rest of those deliveries were split into 2 or 3 apps. Okay, that means you're only gonna get like 3 orders on those apps, and then you're picking and choosing those 3. So those 3 can be orders that are really spread out from each other throughout the day. So you got to think about it. How many orders are they going to just keep sending you if every order you take is spread out by 6 hours? And they see your time on the clock that you're signed in. How many times do you think they're going to send you hours if you're only doing 1 hour one order every 6 hours? Now just break that into 3 other apps, and then one app you're doing 12. So in one app they're seeing like, okay, this is all right, we can go ahead and keep sending you something. Now the other 3 apps, you're really toying with those apps. If you have majority of your work done in that app, I would try to get all the work done in that app, because now you got to do this. If I hit 20 customers on one app, what are the chances of the percentage of those customers tipping all those customers at once? Because now you're going to be trying to put the total number of customers on all these different apps and then try to factor out, well, they're all not tipping me. No, you're on separate apps. If I do 20 orders on one app, I know what my percentage of tippers are going to be on that app. You have to be able to get yourself into that position right there. It's setting up a game plan. And you have to have a game plan, and you have to do it to execute. But when Gig Hustler says, Music City says, but when multi-apping, make sure the customers are not waiting due to you. And that means, people, that you accepted an order and you already have one, and then you're going to get this other order, right? And then man, this one, I don't know why I accepted this. This is going to take me out. I'm hoping. Now you can't see exactly where you're dropping it off because you don't have that rating in that app. So now you're really guessing on where it's going to be dropped off at. Now, if they're dropped off on 2 opposite ends of the city, you're screwed. All the ratings you're going to get from both customers, you deserve it. Okay? You deserve it. That is what it is. And if you don't go to regular customers all the time, and let's say something like that did happen and it's a regular customer, that regular customer may just like pass it on by on you. But if it's someone like you're just going to drop this off, you don't have no experience, no relationship with this customer here, you do something else like that, that is you. Those are the ones when someone says, man, you know what? Everything was good when I went home. I didn't get any warnings or anything. They gave it to me the next day. You know why they gave it to you the next day? They were deciding on if they should really get you in trouble or not. So they waited that next day to think about it. And when they thought about it, they were like, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and put these in there. And then you get in trouble. You get in trouble because your practices that you normally do, you can't put those into effect for 100% of all the customers out there. You cannot do it. And if that is your way of thinking, you're flawed. You're gonna app yourself into a situation to where you're gonna get stressed out. You're gonna try to drive faster. You're gonna try to go ahead and take a shortcut. You might get into a car accident. A whole lot of things can happen just because of that. So you gotta you gotta make sure you're able to do the job first. Now there are people that understand how to multi-app, and they know that they have the ratings where they can see where the thing is being dropped off. They'll multi-app, and this is where a lot of the top dashers and diamond drivers and other people on whatever platform they do, when they get to that status there and they know that they have an order going in this direction, they can now look at the other app and pick which one is going all the way there, because they can see the destination where they are going to drop it off at from the restaurant. And then they know I can take both of these the exact same way. That is the only effective way to make sure you can do that. But they wait until they hit their top dasher thing, and this is what some of them do. They wait to a certain part of the month to go get the top dasher, so then they can cherry pick like that. But before they can hit top dasher or top driver or diamond or whatever else it is, they have to go through that grind to accept all those orders. Then they know they have this much opportunity to cherry pick to get the ones going the same way. So it can look like, bam, this order is $15 on it. This one is $10. They're only 1 mile apart, the addresses, and I'm picking up. And it's best if you pick up from the same restaurant. That is golden. But you're like, dang, boom. That's when you'll get people on content saying, man, I got a double stack order. And they won't say how the double stack is there. I got a double stack order. I'm getting paid 40 something bucks for this 1 hour, but they don't tell you that. But that's how you can do it. Yes. That's how you can do it. Jada Kansas says you will deliver cold food or get deactivated like More Finance if you don't know what you are doing. Now, More Finance, what I figured out was he was just like doing wild, crazy experiments. Like he didn't care about, he really didn't care about the outcome. Which is why I think when Nugs was like, I'm going to try to get top dasher because I do see that it's beneficial, he stopped. He was like, man, these experiments that I do can go bad against you people, because the experiments are just dollar-based. They're just dollar-based and dollar-driven. So they're pretty much showing people or telling people you can do anything you want to get this money. PPP says, all you do is talk about other people. Don't you know this is the gig news channel? Don't you know this is the gig news channel? Read my description. This is hot facts from all right, look. All right, let me put this up. PPP, you don't understand news, right? Okay, let me put PPP. Here's Music City Gig. Let me put this up for PPP really quick. Let me put this up. PPP, look at what this says. Robert Reese, Hot Facts Live with Robert Reese, your CA gig economy guy, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. So I'm letting you know this is gig news. Everything that I am doing, PPP, is gig news. I am going over gig news. This is maybe why you are a terrible driver, or you need to hear some of this stuff. But you do appear in all of my lives. So no matter what you say, every time you come in here, you are getting information that's going to help you. That's why you're here. You are a wolf, in sheep's clothing right now. You're gaining information for yourself to help you out. And every time you bring up something that doesn't make sense and we give you an answer for, that's really the question you had in your head. So you can just keep doing what you're doing, PPP. And by the way, people, I'm 500 hours away from monetization. So it looks like next week, my predictions are going to be accurate on when I first started. It looks like next week I should be monetized. And for those of you who do not know, over on Instagram, people, I have my presence over on Instagram also. And Buckles started following me on Instagram. They left me a message, and I had to let them know that I have a YouTube channel as well. And they said they're going to let the team know to look at the YouTube channel. But Buckle started following me a few days ago on Instagram. Okay, so when you do some good things, people do look at you. If you know sports wise, this means nothing right here at all. It just means like you're getting a letter. You get letters when you're good. You get letters. This is just a letter that them saying they have some interest. It could go right. It could go wrong. Some of the Buckle team that they have are guys that don't like me, so hopefully they don't put no bad things inside the ear. But if Buckle does watch my videos, they'll see how customer service oriented I am, how I try to help drivers and safety issues and all that other stuff. So if it all goes according to plan, might be a partnership right there. So I want to let you guys know that right now. What's up? What's up, Gig? And where did Music City go?
He disappeared.
What's up? What's up, Cody? What you got? What you got for us?
I got lots of stuff for y'all, but hey, to touch on the thing with Buckle, here's the thing why I wouldn't worry about that. Buckle is a real business. They are true professionals. They know what they're doing. So those other people, they're not any of the above. So they're coming into this with clean hands. Some of the others are not. So I would just, let it flow like that. I think it'll be fine. I think Buckle will be a good partner. And if they following you, that's a good sign.
Yep. I'll just leave it there. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to let the gig economy know. They hear a lot of bashing of the Reese man, but people, when it can't be that much bad bashing. In the content that I put out there, it just takes a certain amount of time until something happens. So I want to give a shout out right now to Rhonda Lee. I ran into this lady today while on the phone with DoorDash Revolution. She has her master's in criminal justice and wellness and all these other things that she does. And what she does is when inmates get out of prison, she wants them to go through her first so she can get their wellness done and transition them out through food and getting them mentally ready so that they can go get a job and other things like that. Active social worker that cares. So I told her I was going to shout her out, and she took my card and said she just got here in California. She's from Arizona, saw her business page on Google and everything, and she said we might be doing some business together, so you might be seeing some shout outs or some promos for her business to help people when they're going to be getting out. People, if you can't go in, if sponsors aren't looking at you, people, you got to put yourselves into a position to make something extra for yourself. What's up, Music City? How's it going?
What's up? What's up? How's it going, everybody?
Got you on camera, huh?
Yeah, finally, right? I'm getting my housework on.
Good, man. What you got for us today? What you got for us?
We're not going to do anything. We're going to drive around Nashville, just kind of live stream later on. Show everybody what downtown Broadway looks like.
Hold up. Don't move that angle. Don't move that angle. Is that a tie-dye shirt? Is that a tie? Okay, yeah, buddy. Yeah. Yeah.
Nintendo.
Okay. Oh, Nintendo and tie-dye. Yeah, my kind of people. My kind of people exactly. Right there. You guys are going to do some live streaming later on, you said. You guys going to be doing some Walmart Spark. You guys have 11 apps. What apps are you guys going to be doing? We got couples in the house. We got couples in the house. Okay, how you doing? How you doing? What if yeah, the old ladies are in the house. The ones who run the show.
I think he said more ladies.
More ladies? Okay.
Yeah, he said that.
Yes. You guys are gonna hit the town. You guys are gonna do what app are you gonna do from your 11 apps that you guys have?
Mainly right now we're doing Spark. I'm sorry, what? Oh. So the cut was it cut from in here too? Sorry guys, I'm talking to the AT&T guys. I'll be
Nah, it's all right. No, put them get back on. Tell the AT&T dude I got some cocoa butter for those knees.
Okay, he's back with him. Okay. We've been doing Walmart Spark.
Yeah, we do a lot of Walmart Spark right now because Uber's kind of like Walmart Spark, DoorDash, stuff like that. We're doing less and less of food because Walmart Spark's paying the most right now. We're doing like $25 an hour. So
Yeah.
we're live
Right.
now.
Well, I gotta let you know. Oh, what's up, man? What's up, man? All right. Oh, hey, you gotta
So-
give him some water. You gotta give him some water. He's gonna get tired going up them steps.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I gotta say this. Watching you two do your Walmart Spark, you can't go alone. You need the woman with you. You cannot go do that by yourself. No.
It's a lot faster when you have two people carrying a bunch of bags of groceries.
Yes. No. But in your situation, she's the mastermind. She's the
Basically,
mastermind.
yeah.
Yes, she's the mastermind. You follow and go. Yes. I've noticed that. I've noticed that. Now, the incentives for you guys. I know that when you first get started on the Walmart Spark, the incentives are really good. You guys take advantage of all of those, or trying to hit most of them?
They're not as bad as many as they are now. Like yesterday, it was $5 a delivery, so it was like a $15-$20 bonus.
But we was surprised. We was in the middle of one when the bonus started, and we thought, "Oh gosh, we won't get it." But it counted that one also.
Okay, yes, and check this out. What's your territory? What's your zone? How many Walmarts do you guys have in your zone?
So I'm in the Music City market, but one of the suburbs is called Murfreesboro, and there's 6 Walmarts and 3 Advanced Autos down here. So we're right in the middle of a bunch of Walmarts.
Oh wow, that's busy. See, my area, I only have a 3 Walmart zone.
Yeah,
I have a 3 Walmart zone. Damn. All right, man.
It's always popping down here.
Now some of these incentives, I figured out that once you get past like the vetting stage, the incentives that they'll throw out there, it'll say you're gonna think it's for all your pickups, but then it'll have one particular Walmart in your zone. Yeah. So
it done that today. Yeah. But
when that happened, it was kind of hard to hit that to hit that milestone for, because they kept sending me to the other ones and not that one. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be hard right here. You would literally have to deny a whole bunch of orders, but on Spark, you better watch how you deny these orders, simply because if you miss it because it vibrates, that's like a double miss for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
my acceptance went from 92 to 86, and I don't know why, but we only declined 1. So it's like,
here's what I noticed still too. You know, like when they'll send you an order, you'll get that one order, and let's say you wait like 20 seconds, it'll bring up like 4 more orders. I have figured out that the one that you didn't click on instantly, and then you pick one of those, it's gonna say that you skipped one, and then you're gonna get one. Yeah, it does. The percentage is weird. When it's multiple, they kind of put your acceptance rate based upon those there. They haven't fixed that. That's why I just accept them all for whenever those happen. I notice my acceptance rate will drop a few points. You know what I mean? And then when I'm not getting around robins, it goes back up.
do you have to cancel any when you get some stacked up or whatever?
Oh no, I don't cancel any myself.
Okay.
I let Walmart Spark reassign them for me, so it doesn't show that I am rejecting anything or nothing. It's them reassigning it for me, so then I won't have anything to do with that.
But I do want to say something about the tips. With Walmart Spark, not everybody tips, but an example to make somebody's day. This one lady had not tipped. We went to her house. She came out in a motorized wheelchair with this little basket, a little clothes basket to put her stuff in. And we was like, ma'am, it's not going to fit in there. And she's like, okay, I'll come back and forth. I was like, well, it's okay that we bring it to in your house. This lady had lost her husband, buried her husband that Saturday. And she would have had to make 3 or 4 trips. She was so pleased that we made her day. She says she doesn't see anybody, and this is the only interaction she gets. So y'all, just because it doesn't have a tip on it, sometimes go ahead and take it if it's good with the mileage, because you may make somebody's day. Actually, we ran up on 2 people like that, but that one lady paid $10 tip in cash. But this lady had just buried her husband a few days before that.
Made us feel a little good, you know,
And
feel good about ourselves.
It made her day. So y'all make these people's days, you know. I'm not saying take these roddy orders, but do what you want to do, because we are the eyes for them and to make them feel good also.
That's special, and that's what people, you can't judge a book by its cover. What they did, making someone's day like that really made someone's day, because like, it couldn't have been them making that day, and it could have been someone else dropping it off and they had an attitude, and that person is sad, and it could have made them go in and cry and all of this other stuff. That other stuff did not happen. Now I got to ask you this. I put this up earlier because I was kind of disturbed about it. With Pedro picking up the elderly lady, because she was getting picked up for Uber with the medical insurance, so you can tell she's way older, and she was just asking him what color car you have, and he told her, you don't know what color it is, it doesn't tell you, he like, it started off wrong, and then he left her there at the hospital. What did you think about that? Because that didn't make any sense to me. As
the video was weird, like it showed up, and then he started off with a smart ass attitude, like, well, it tells you on the app, don't you know what the app is, and all this other stuff. And then he cut away, so you don't know exactly what all was said. The sun's behind me, but it cut away, and then he kind of explained it a little later, that he left her and all that other stuff, but we don't know what was said. I don't know what was said after. You don't know what color car it is in the app and all this other stuff. But I would never do that. If I'm picking somebody up at a hospital, But.
At the hospital, and when it's someone that you're going to take to a doctor's appointment or any of this stuff. So that some people don't know if they're older. So with all the exits, older people don't know that all the time.
Exactly.
So all he had to do was this. She called him to say, what car are you in? All he had to say was, ma'am, I'm in the silver so-and-so. I'm over here on this side. What side are you on? It could have went like that. Then she said, I can't hear you, when he was being condescending to her. Then he cuts out there, and then he says that she had an attitude. Well, I can tell you what her attitude was. She's an older lady who don't hold her tongue no more. She was probably saying this happens all the time, and the driver never. She was probably saying the stuff she says to all of us, and he didn't like that, and he pretty much told, and this is what got me. He said, this is what I can do for you. Dude, you're going to pick her up from the hospital. It's not what you can, is what you are already accepting, because the contract that you are driving under says that you have a contract with the hospitals and the insurance, in the insurance also. You got to go and pick her up. Drive around. Don't tell her this is what I can do. Now, I can go drive around, but it's going to take a little while. No, you're trying to make this lady try to cancel her own ride, and it's from insurance. If she does that, she has to go through a whole process to try to get it done again. Now, we don't know how long she had to wait for another driver to come, because it's not like food service. Rideshare, the drivers aren't as ready as the food share. So she could have been waiting there for longer. She's an elderly lady. And then he says, I don't care what you guys say. Woo! That didn't sit right with me.
Yeah. We never know what they're going through. She could be going through a whole lot, because I was in a wreck and we had to get an Uber. We had to take our little dog because it was in the car with me, and it rode on the bed. On the bed, and we had to hide it underneath it. But the hospital, okay, we got it. And we had a dog, and the Uber driver was fine whenever we had to call him. So, you've got to think about that, I mean, just as like I had a friend in Texas, her mother was on her deathbed.
That climb that ladder with them. That's crazy.
She was on her deathbed, and she was up there with her mother, and she ordered DoorDash, and the driver, she said she hadn't had any problems with the other drivers, but this driver didn't even contact her, and she had been waiting like 45 minutes for food, and looked, and it said it had been dropped off at the desk. And there was not even nobody at the desk, and she didn't even know where it was. Yeah. And I just told her, I said, just contact DoorDash, because a lot of times we assume when we go to the hospitals and stuff that it is for the workers, but it's not always for the workers. You know,
Yeah,
so she
man.
contacted DoorDash and then she reordered and
That's
got
when you're on a
somebody
wild
else.
goose chase.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she was on a wild goose chase for that was like 15 minutes
Yeah,
too.
and she lost her mother. I think that last week she was in and out of the hospital with her mother. So we don't know what people go through, you know. So we
You
have
do
to.
not.
But
You do not, and that's why I when it comes down to like the pharmacy prescriptions, I don't turn any of those down at all because some of these people will be getting their medications right on time to take it so something bad doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So if you are constantly just rejecting the medicines, you don't know that you are keeping someone from getting their medicine, and we don't know what can happen if they don't have them. You know, so people, if you are doing the gig thing and you are dealing with a pharmacy pickup or picking up a patient for hospital or appointments, it's a completely different mindset you have to have. And someone wrote me today and said they're trying to come to Pedro's side and said, when do we start doing a charity? First of all, it's not a charity. Anytime insurance is involved, you know, dollars are involved with insurance, so there is no charity there. This is work, and if you don't want to get involved with this medical stuff, then you don't sign up for the app. You know, you don't accept. So what Pedro did was, and then he tied it in the video as almost a no tip, no trip. I was like, wow. You don't what he did was a waste. He got the order, he drove to the hospital to look for the lady and then reject it and turn it down and then drove someplace else. He was working backwards right there. So I don't know what
I don't agree with what he done on that. But that, you know, that's where we all agree that in his mind it's good, and other people's mind it's good, but in my mind it's not. We all think for our own, but in my mind that was not good.
Yeah, I was just thinking about my mom or grandma.
Yeah. Like I told that lady Saturday, I was like, you know, because she was so thankful we took the groceries in the house. And I was like, you know, maybe I will need somebody to help me one day. And she's like, if other people would think it like that.
Yeah.
So evidently we was the first to have done that.
Yes.
I like to say something about ride share because I did ride share.
Go ahead, Rev.
And they have programs for grandparents, senior citizens, and that. Only the best drivers get those programs. You know, sometimes they will send you to go to places like he went to check and see what type of customer feedback and ratings that you would get behind that. You know, I think he did that just to get publicity. He wanted everybody to talk about him. I think he loves that. He loves drama. He loves to be in the circle of it. But he making rookie mistakes out there doing content like that. Now, my question is, once I start getting with customers and things, because they want to come on this channel as well and give their point of views and stuff, you know, about drivers like that. Would you want a driver to come pick your grandmother up, your family member up? You know, would you want a driver like that to bring your food to you? We got too many people like that already out here. And I think he just wants publicity. He done just about ran out of content and he just wants publicity. He wants some attention. That's all I see behind that. But they do have programs that where you pick up senior citizens and everything once you get your ratings up high. That's the way it was in 2017 when you on the platinum status and diamond status, you get these contracts and you pick these citizens up, and then the organization, they pay for that service,
right?
You know, so that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to address that issue. I'm getting ready to pick up a $2.75 order. That order is a large order, and I'm getting ready to show probably the money afterwards on how much that order paid. It was like 8 miles. We're looking at 8 miles, 8 items, and I know for a fact it's a hidden tip in there. But I'll get back with y'all in a minute. I'm going to pick this catering order up, and I salute everybody that believe in treating everybody like a human being.
Yep.
You know, and that's very important. Respect. If you want respect, you got to give respect. You see, good manners go a long ways. You know, personality, attitude, and behavior. I just thank you so much. And we're supposed to be going to Nashville, music city gig hustler. I talked to Miko. So I'm gonna get with you a little later on that. I'm gonna go in here. It's nice to meet you and your wife and everything like that. But you will be hearing from us soon. And I'm getting ready to go in here and pick this order up. Thank you for your time.
All right, Rev. All right, Rev.
Take care.
Have a good day, Rev.
See you later.
Now, what Rev does is and he knows the certain places there. See, like that, he knows that 275 from the place that he picked up from. He knows what type of money comes from that place. You know, someone else would have said, I'm not going to take that one, but he knows what payouts come out of that place. You know, you just got to know. You got to know someone. Yeah.
Know your market.
He said, DoorDash Rick, what's up, Robert? You got a full house today. Well, you know what? It's been a pretty good full house. You know, ever since I was able to hit different communities on YouTube. You know, me doing these interviews with different people, they see my work. I'm able to let them, teach them about gig work. Some people may want to drive, you know, things like that. So I do the other news. So when I get inside these other communities, you find people that really appreciate what you do, and they come and watch. It's always salutes. People, like I said, I got 500 hours left to do before I am monetized. And over the past 2 days, I've gotten 335 hours in the past 2 days. So I'm just gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing to try to get that there for next week. And people, I want to let you guys know this also. I got some stuff going on right now. The video that I put out on my Uber Eats lunchtime thing right now made upload 999. This live stream is upload 1000. This is my 1000th upload, okay, since January 25th. This live stream is my 1000th upload since January 25th, people. 1000 uploads. Now, when I came in here, people were saying they were saying that Pedro was the hardest working man. He's got 600 videos. I didn't know nothing about that stuff. I was just all about trying to overload this system full of videos. So as of today, right now, people, you can go ahead and check. Go ahead and check on my thing. When this full thing is done being uploaded to this live stream feed thing, this is episode upload. This is upload 1000. Okay, this is upload 1000. Let me see if it shows it early on the upload thing from the live. Let me see. Or maybe I have to wait until maybe I have to wait until the upload is done. Why does it not show it here? I gotta go. Why does it not show it here? Yeah, man, it doesn't show it here. I gotta look at it on my phone. Yeah, this is number 1000. So you know, shoot, a lot of uploading, people, a lot of uploading, and yeah, 1000. I don't know what else to say, man. I thought it was gonna feel like some like big old thing to myself. I thought I was gonna feel like I won something, but yeah, I got 1000. So you still there, Gig? Did he freeze? He froze. Gig froze. Says you need a link. You need to try this one more. Says we need a link again. Oh, okay. There it is. We need a link again. It says, yes, in Pedro's area, it shows the exact pay the customer drop-off location and the miles on his Uber X. All righty. Oh, he says, sorry, signal faded out. All right, DoorDash Revolution is coming back to this car. Yeah, man. So let me know. What do you guys think, man? 1000 uploads. This is my 1000th right here. It man it came and went.
That's great. You got too much time. You got too much time on your hands. Be uploading videos, not doing enough dashing. No, but as far as the rideshare goes, I speak on rideshare because I did a shit ton of it. So,
yeah, Roy, how many you got for the people again, Roy? Tell the people how many ride shares you got, Roy.
Oh, I did 12,500.
All right, yeah, people. That's half a Staples Center, people. So he got experience.
And I did all that within 3 years. So, yeah, totally different monster rideshare than food delivery. And depending on the situation, like you do have where you have insurance companies that order rides. They have it set up with customer to order rides. I've also run into the situation where the emergency room will order a ride and stuff like that. So yeah, you could be picking, like I've picked up customers where the emergency room attendants ordered the person a ride. So the customer has no information on you. They just said a lift will be coming or whatever. And they don't tell the customer exactly what you're driving or anything like that. I've had that happen multiple times. Insurance companies, same thing. A lot of times they'll send you the basic information, but they don't send you everything like if you actually ordered the ride yourself. So as far as what happened with him, she may not have knew what color car he was. So her asking that really it wasn't an off the wall question. And yeah, I will say, yeah, you shouldn't talk to a customer like that. But then again, I don't know what she said to him, yelling and screaming. It's the same way with me. If I'm coming to pick you up from the hospital and you start yelling and screaming at me, I cancel on you automatically because that will affect your ratings. That's one thing when you're picking up rideshare people. You know, those are the customers, kind of like we talk about some of the food people. Oh, they're going to turn me in because they're ghetto or this or that. That is more prevalent in the rideshare world, where they say you're drunk or you're high or you're driving too fast. You know, so you definitely got to be careful when you pick up rideshare people. And anytime a rideshare customer yelled and screamed at me, first of all, once again, I'm doing you a service. This is my car. You're getting in my car. It's a lot different than food service. So yeah, if you yelled at me, you can go fuck yourself. Because I don't want that negative energy. I'm all about, I like to talk to my customers. I like to have fun with my customers. I don't want some grumpy ass turd sitting in my back seat. So yeah, so I understand if she started yelling at him. I don't know the situation. He just said she did. So if she was yelling and screaming at him, yeah, I wouldn't have picked her up either.
He said that she started yelling at him after she said, "I can't hear you." After she said, "I can't hear you," he breaks off. Then he comes back and says that she was yelling at him. And then, but to start off, him telling her, you don't know what car I'm in. It shows you like that right there just started it off, the wrong way. And I'm just saying that like if the person was maybe like 23, 24, 35, might have been able to get away with a little bit of slidiness right there. But you're dealing with somebody's grandma. You know what I mean? And you can tell by her voice, she was older. She sounded older than my dad. My dad just turned 70 years old. So she had to be at least 75 right there. Yeah,
that whole part about you don't know what kind of car. Yeah, that's not even necessary. That shouldn't even have been said. All you got to do is say, I'm in a silver Ford or I'm a silver this or whatever the case may be. So that wasn't even necessary to be said. Because like I said, you don't know who ordered the ride for, and she may not have that information. So at that point, yeah, that's not even necessary to be said. Just tell her you're in a silver car. That's all you got to say. I'm in a silver car. Big deal. But everybody does their ride share different. I can't dog him for how he does his ride share. That's his.
Yeah, I'm not dogging about how he does his thing. It's just this situation right here. This is what these guys got to stop being so sensitive